I want to introduce myself. My name is Maritza Ross. I am over at CMG, Action News Jax in Telemundo, Jacksonville. Unidos Jax Dinner, thank you, I heard some CMGers. The Unidos Jax Dinner is where we are gathered to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month and honor the incredible contributions of the Hispanic and Latino communities in Jacksonville. Tonight, we bring together community leaders, organizations, and residents to highlight those who have made a lasting impact on our city's culture, social, and economic development through awards, inspiring speeches, and vibrant culture performances. We emphasize the importance of unity, diversity, and community. This evening serves as a reminder of the power of collaboration and the vital role the Hispanic community plays in shaping Jacksonville's future. Let's celebrate the strength and richness of our heritage together.
Buenas noches, damas y caballeros. Esperemos que hayan disfrutado de esta increíble presentación de bomba y plena, y también el baile de bachata de Mandebe Dance Group. Agradecemos por acompañarnos en esta celebración especial de Unidos Jazz. Tenemos una noche fantástica, preparada, llena de presentaciones, premios y lo más importante, celebrando nuestra comunidad y cultura. La cena Unidos Jazz, donde nos reunimos para celebrar el mes de la herencia hispana, honra las increíbles contribuciones de las comunidades hispanas y latinas en Jacksonville. Esta noche unimos a líderes comunitarios, organizaciones y representantes para destacar a aquellos que han tenido un importante, duradero desarrollo cultural, social y económico en nuestra ciudad. A través de premios, discursos, inspiraciones y vibrantes presentaciones culturales, enfatizamos la importancia, la unidad de la diversidad de comunidad. Esta nos recuerda el poder y la colaboración del papel vital de la comunidad hispana que juega el futuro de Jacksonville. Celebremos juntos la fortaleza y riqueza de nuestra herencia.
Come on up here. Okay, I feel like we're not loud enough. Estamos kind of like, a lo mejor porque todavía están comiendo. Por eso. Todavía estamos comiendo la camada. Hay que romper el hielo. Yes. We really need to break the ice because we're a little too quiet for being a mix of Hispanics in here.
Parece que decir, ¿dónde están los latinos?
Okay? All right. So, to officially kick things off, it is my pleasure to introduce our first speaker. Dr. Parvez serves as the Chief of Diversity of the City of Jacksonville. In his role, he leads efforts to create a more inclusive and equitable environment for all residents. Dr. Parvez has been instrumental in driving initiatives that promote diversity across all sectors, ensuring that Jacksonville reflects the strength and beauty of its diverse community. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Dr. Parvez.
Ahora lo voy a introducir en español. Para comenzar oficialmente, es un placer para mí presentar a nuestro primer orador de esta noche, al Dr. Parvez, el director de diversidad de la ciudad de Jacksonville. En su rol lidera esfuerzos para crear un entorno más exclusivo y equitativo para todos los residentes. El Dr. Parvez ha sido fundamental en impulsar iniciativas que promueven las diversas en todos los sectores, asegurando que Jacksonville refleje la fortaleza y la belleza de su comunidad diversa. Por favor, únanse a mí para darle la bienvenida al escenario al Dr. Parvez.
Good evening. Buenas noches. That's the extent of my Spanish. Well, it's an honor and pleasure to welcome you to our city's first Unidos Jax event. Hopefully tonight is the first of many. Just weeks ago, some of you were at City Hall when Mayor Deegan issued the proclamation for Hispanic Heritage Month. Tonight, we continue our celebrations and recommit to making our diversity more inclusive and equitable. Mayor Deegan appointed me as Chief of Diversity and Inclusion with a simple mission: to ensure that the beautiful mosaic of communities in Jacksonville have their voices heard and their cultures celebrated. Although my title has changed a little bit, I'm now the Chief of Analytics for the City of Jacksonville, but my mission has not. That sense of purpose has led to the creation like tonight's event. In this audience, I do not have to remind anyone that Spanish history is integrated into the fabric of our collective American culture. But some things do bear reminding. Take, for example, the name of our state, Florida, a name that was given by a Spanish explorer, Juan Ponce de Leon, when he first landed here during Easter. But Florida is not the only state with a Spanish origin name. States such as California, Colorado, Montana, Nevada, New Mexico, and Texas all have Spanish origin names. This led Ken Salazar, who served as Secretary of Interior under President Obama and is currently the US Ambassador to Mexico. He said, and I quote, "Latinos have fought in all of America's wars, beginning with the Revolutionary War. We are American and have been part of America since its founding," end quote. So it becomes incumbent for all of us to learn and celebrate Hispanic heritage as American history. More so now than ever before in Jacksonville, because the connection to the Hispanic world is growing in our city, with new immigrants arriving from Central and South America every day to further enrich the fabric of our city. We are becoming more multilingual, multinational, and multicultural. As a first-generation South Asian immigrant, I am part of this new chapter in Jacksonville's evolution. I also understand the importance to recognize that no culture is a monolith. Lin-Manuel Miranda said it best: Hispanic people share language and history, but their experiences are diverse. With that in mind, the program committee tried its very best to make the food and entertainment tonight to reflect the uniqueness of many national cultures that make up the Hispanic diaspora. My friends, as we celebrate, it is also important to remember that we have a lot of work to do. It is our collective responsibility to uplift the contributions of this Hispanic community now more so than ever. Our Latino teachers and administrators are hard at work every day, shaping the next generation of our leaders. Our Hispanic nurses, doctors, and frontline workers are providing compassionate care to our diverse community. And our Latino business leaders are promoting economic opportunity for all our residents. So for our city to progress and compete, we must continue to build a truly inclusive Jacksonville, where every person, regardless of their ethnicity or background, feels valued and empowered. That is why my work not only focuses on celebrating the uniqueness of each culture, but also uses data to champion practices that ensure all our residents have opportunities to thrive. One example on how the idea of inclusion translates into practical practice is the appointment of my dear friend Yanira Yaya Cardona as our city's first Hispanic outreach coordinator. In making this appointment, Mayor Deegan ensured that language does not become a barrier for our Spanish-speaking residents. Yaya is also among the many reasons that makes me optimistic about our city and our future. And I hope all of you leave tonight with that same sense of optimism. So before I end, I want to thank the program committee. And if all of you can please stand and be recognized. Members of the program committee, please stand. You know, all of them are volunteers, and they put countless hours into bringing this event here tonight. So I want to thank them, their dedication. I want to thank the staff for the City of Jacksonville, particularly in the sports and entertainment division that worked tirelessly with our volunteers to make tonight's event possible. So let us continue to celebrate, let us continue to enjoy the night, and let us continue to uplift each other. Thank you.
Can we get another round of applause in Espanol, please? Thank you so much, Dr. Carvas. Now it's my great honor to introduce Councilman Raul Arias. Councilman Arias has been a champion for inclusivity and economic development in Jacksonville, particularly for our Hispanic and minority communities. He is known for his tireless advocacy in city government, pushing for initiatives that empower small businesses, improve education, and enhance public safety in underserved areas. His dedication to the people of Jacksonville has made a lasting impact. Please join me in welcoming Councilman Raul Arias.
Bueno, vamos a decir ahora en español. Gracias al doctor Barves por sus palabras. Ahora es un gran honor para mí presentar al concejal Raúl Arias. El concejal Arias ha sido un defensor de la inclusión y el desarrollo económico en Jacksonville, particularmente para nuestras comunidades hispanas y minoritarias. Es conocido por su inalcanzable labor en el gobierno de la ciudad, impulsando iniciativas que empoderan las pequeñas empresas, mejoran la educación, fortalecen la seguridad pública en áreas desatendidas. Su dedicación a la gente en Jacksonville ha dejado una huella duradera. Por favor, únanse a mí y darle la bienvenida al escenario al concejal Raúl Arias. Un fuerte aplauso.
All right. Good evening, everybody. Buenas tardes. I have a title for the speech today, but I'm not going to spoil it, so I'll leave it to the end. But I just want to welcome everybody here tonight to this inaugural Hispanic Heritage Month Gala. It's great to see that culture is alive here in Jacksonville, that our Hispanic culture plays an instrumental role in the makeup of our amazing community here in our great city. As I was driving here today, many thoughts came to my mind. What do I want to talk about? What are we fighting for? What is Hispanic Heritage Month, and what's it mean to me? But in the midst of all those questions, there was one key individual that repeatedly kept going through my mind over and over and over again. And that person is my mother, Gisela. So, as a single mother of a 3-year-old, leaving everything behind back home in my country of Panama, she arrived to Miami when I was 3, with just one bag on her hand and one child, myself, on the right hand. And I can't help to think to myself, wow, how courageous she was, not only taking a leap of faith and leaving everything she knew back home, including her family, and how determined she was to create a better life for herself and her son. Not knowing what the future would have in store for her, she sacrificed and made it here to America. Working at a local bodega, serving café con leche, making sandwiches for less than minimum wage, and quite frankly, sometimes even just tips alone, she was left with no choice but to get another side hustle. Something that us Latinos are very well accustomed to doing. We don't just have one job, we like to do a side hustle and create another source of income. And that's what she did. She had a jewelry company that she created using beads, and in the evenings, she had her little free employee, which is myself, helping her create little jewelry, little pieces of jewelry like necklaces and all that. I remember sitting on the living room floor, putting little beads through the string, and I thought, wow, this is fun. another activity for me to do. But in reality, it wasn't for fun. Alright. It wasn't for fun. This is how she put bread on the table and how she paid the bills. Alright. You know how many times I rehearsed this and I didn't cry? Alright, but like so many single mothers out there, women who are leaders in their own households, doing what they can do to not only survive, but achieve the American dream, that's what she did. But today, it's not about my mother. Today, it's about all the other Giselas out there, the parents, the family members, the brothers, sisters, entrepreneurs, politicians, educators, artists, leaders who have paved the way for people like myself, like you guys. That 3-year-old boy who was just in it for the ride, not knowing what truly was happening, that's what today's about. So as I reflect on all these thoughts and experiences, I'm quickly humbled, and I'm thankful for my mother. I'm thankful for all the immigrants who came to this great country to achieve the American dream. And to think that 3-year-old immigrant child will not only serve in the United States military proudly, like I did, but become an elected official, one who would be speaking tonight at the inaugural Hispanic Heritage Month Gala for our beautiful city. This is what dreams are made of, because it's those who have paved the way. All right, I'm almost done. So I'm going to close, and I'm going to leave you with some thoughts and some questions. Being an immigrant that comes to this country for the first time, like many of you have, you think about what it would take to be in their shoes, our shoes. I'll tell you right now what it takes. You have to be better than everybody else. You have to work harder, not twice, but 3 times harder than those who live here, who were born here. Because we have to earn it. Immigrants, we can't depend on government assistance because you're an immigrant. You have no opportunity whatsoever when you first get here, so you have to work hard and do what you have to do. Quite frankly, we don't have the opportunity to make a mistake when we first get here to this country. So when you see an opportunity arise, and you have a dream of doing something, and you're left thinking, you may not be the right person for that role because of your skin color or your language barrier, I want you to ask your question. I want you to ask yourself one question. Why not me? Why not you? You. As a matter of fact, we represent a community of hard, loyal, skilled workers. We are the right person for that role. So like they say here in America, you gotta grab the bull by the horns and make it happen. And that's what we do. Remember, Hispanic history is American history. And today is yet another milestone marker in our history and what we're doing here in Jacksonville. So, thank you all for being who you are and continuing to pave the way. And lastly, I do want to thank a very important person in this room tonight, and that's Mayor Donna Deegan. Right? This is the first time something like this ever happens in our city. It's under her watch. So thank you, Mayor. And the name of the speech is Gisela's Pursuit to the American Dream. Thank you.
That was very, very beautiful and inspiring. And those are the exact stories that Dr. Park has just mentioned, and just talked about. Why not me, right? Why not all of us? And it's interesting that you say that about immigrants. When I came here to Jacksonville 10 years ago, it was the same thing. There wasn't a lot of us around here, and that was only 10 years ago. This is impressive, and I hope it continues, and I hope it continues to grow. So thank you, Raul. Thank you again. Next up, someone very, very special to us, a tireless advocate for our community, and the force behind tonight's event, the happy, fun face that we all know and love. Please give a warm welcome to our very own Yanina Cardona.
Hola, hola. Can I get a huepa? I wrote a speech, but I'm going to speak from my heart a little bit. If you hear me clap once, if you hear me clap twice, all right, that means to please, let's be respectful. I know we're all excited, but I just want to make sure that everyone can hear everyone's speech. Welcome. Thank you guys for coming here tonight. This is a super incredible honor to see so many of you in this room. When I first got this role, one of the first missions was to create this dinner. And I was like, okay, let's see how we can do this. And I'm so honored to have such a committed committee that as soon as I called each and every one of you, you guys said yes without any hesitation. Knowing how busy you guys are, knowing that you guys are leaders in your positions, in your roles. So thank you guys so much for being here tonight and helping create this. Sorry. It's such an honor to stand here tonight surrounded by so many incredible individuals. This evening is about celebrating the Hispanic community's contribution to Jacksonville, and I am deeply moved to share my story with you all. You see, Spanish is my first language, although I speak Spanglish now. My parents are Puerto Rican, my mom Carmen is here. And growing up in a Spanish-speaking household was a huge part of my identity. But I'm also a Navy brat, which meant I spent my childhood moving around, attending schools, and spoke only English in the schools. When I started kindergarten in Virginia, I remember feeling completely out of place. One of the only curly hair, caramel skin colored girls who didn't speak Spanish, I thought speaking Spanish was this, and the kids would make fun of me so hard. English felt foreign to me, and I struggled to fit in. I was placed in the ESL program, and because of the language barrier, I still was held back in second grade. But that experience didn't define me, it fueled me. I may have struggled to find my voice in English, but I always knew my heritage, my culture, and my roots made me strong. My language and my identity as a proud Hispanic woman became the driving force behind everything I've done since. That determination is what led me to Jacksonville, a city filled with opportunity as the largest city in the U.S. by land area. It has the potential to be one of the most diverse and dynamic city in our country. I knew from the start that I wanted to be the one to connect people. I dreamed to be the Yellow Pages, and for all you young folks, that's the Google, okay? Of Jacksonville, someone who can help link communities together and especially support my Hispanic community. As Hispanics, we are builders, leaders, educators, entrepreneurs, and so much more. We are the heartbeat of Jacksonville's growth. Our presence is everywhere. Whether we're creating jobs, enriching culture, or supporting the next generation, we are not just participants, we are the architects of the city's future. One of the most iconic contributions to Jacksonville's rich society history was Manuel's Tap Room on Ashley Street. This establishment was more than just a venue back in the day. It was a cultural hub that brought people together during a time when unity was needed the most. The tradition of connection is one I continue to champion today. There's so many people here who have opened the doors for me along the way. And tonight I want to express my deepest gratitude, especially to my Hispanic pioneers, to Victor Cora, to Mili La Gatita, to Manuel Fontanes, to Jose de la Rosa, Jorge Lopez, and Junior Pomales, and countless others. Your dedication, leadership, and resilience have created opportunities for future generations like myself. And because of you guys, it's why this position was created, so thank you. I'm also deeply grateful to Kara Tucker, Heather Shorts, Phil Perry, Melissa Ross, and Dr. Parvez for your unwavering support. Each of you have believed in me and in the power of representation. Your commitment to ensuring that unrepresented voices are heard has been invaluable, and I'm so grateful for your faith in me. And of course, Mayor Donna Deegan, your bold, inclusive leadership has allowed me to honor to be in this bold, loud Latina in Jacksonville, the first Hispanic outreach coordinator. And because of you, I can now stand here advocating for my community with pride. Your commitment to ensuring that every voice is heard in the city has meant the world to me and to everyone in this room. And thank you, honestly, from the bottom of our corazón. Through programs like JSEP Hispanic Forum and other efforts to support Hispanic entrepreneurs' education and community growth, we are building a pathway for future leaders. These initiatives are not just about the present, they're about creating a future when our community can thrive for generations. As we celebrate tonight, let's remember how far we've come, but also how much we still have to accomplish together. Jacksonville is growing, and as a Hispanic community, we have the opportunity to make sure that growth reflects all of us. I know I'm Puerto Rican, but my heart is Dominican, Cuban, Mexican, Ecuadorian, Honduran, Brasileña, all of them. I'm Latina at heart. So I invite you all to celebrate with pride, but also to commit to unity and compassion. Together, we can ensure that our legacy is one of strength, resilience, and love. Now, I have the distinctive honor to introduce a trailblazer, a compassionate leader, and someone who has dedicated her life to serving people of Jacksonville, Mayor Donna Deegan. She's not only the first female mayor, but she has been a true advocate for unity, inclusion, and progress in our community. As a 3-time cancer survivor, Mayor Donna Deegan has shown us what resilience looks like. Through her endless dedication to healthcare advocacy, her funding of the Donna Foundation, which supports underserved women with breast cancer, and her tireless efforts in promoting equality and opportunity for all, she has proven time and time again that her commitment to this city. Please help me welcome a leader who inspires us all, Mayor Donna Deegan.
I love all the emotion tonight. Raul, I would respectfully say tonight is about your mother. And I'm very grateful that you brought her up and that you allowed her into your heart enough to allow you to be emotional. This is what it's about. It's that power of human connection. It's what happens when we all take the time to see each other, that we're all the same, we all love, we all want the same things for our families, and we all are here to celebrate this evening together because this is really a momentous occasion for all of Jacksonville, and the first of what I hope will be many. So before I begin, I want to make sure that I thank everybody, all of the public officials who are here tonight, and please raise your hand if I miss you. I believe that I saw Dr. Bernier from Duval Schools here tonight, our superintendent. Dr. Bernier, are you here? Good to see you. Thank you for joining us tonight, our brand new school superintendent in Duval. Councilmember Chris Miller. Chris, are you here? I don't see you, but I'm going to assume. Oh, there you are. Okay. Jacoby Pittman is sitting at my table. Thank you, Jacoby, for being here. The fabulous Dr. Rockman Johnson is here with us tonight. Did I miss anybody?
Congressman Bean.
Aaron Bean is here, Congressman Bean. Thank you, Congressman Bean, for being here tonight. We really appreciate it. Buenas noches a todos. Good evening, everyone. It really is a privilege. This is such a privilege to be with you here today as we celebrate Unidos Jax, the first ever Hispanic Heritage Month dinner and award ceremony hosted by our beautiful city, the city of Jacksonville. Before I go further, I want to thank the many volunteers and staff. I know they've been thanked already, but I want to add my thanks to the folks who devoted countless hours to make this celebration possible. This event is deeply personal to me, both as mayor of this beautiful city and as someone who believes in the power of diversity, inclusion, and the vibrancy that different cultures bring to our community. That's what makes Jacksonville, Jacksonville. Uplifting the diverse and beautiful mosaic of our city is so important to me, and it is integral to building a united Jacksonville. This work has been led through our first year by Dr. Parvez Ahmed. In his new role, yes, in his new role as our Chief of Analytics, he will provide data-driven insights about our city's internal disparities, with solutions to ensure that everyone has the opportunity to thrive. That has always been the goal, regardless of the title. Although his current title has changed a bit, he will continue to ensure residents in Jacksonville are seen and heard by their city government. We want everyone involved and everyone's voices to be at the table. From day one, he, along with all of my staff, took it upon themselves to find innovative ways to have the voices of our city's diverse citizens be heard and celebrated and included in our city government. That dedication led us to appoint the most fabulous Yanira Yaya Cardona. Yaya, I don't know how we could have done any better. You are amazing, amazing. And Yaya, who really needs no further introduction to this gathering, we know that without her infectious spirit and hard work, it is safe to say that none of us would be sitting in these seats tonight. So thank you. To us as a city to gather here and to honor the rich culture and traditions and contributions of the Hispanic Americans in Jacksonville. As we reflect on that history, it is impossible to ignore the profound impact that the Hispanic community has played in shaping our city. From the earliest settlers to the present day, Hispanic Americans have been woven into the fabric of our city's identity. Dating back to the 1500s, Spanish explorers navigated the waters of Florida, and their influence can still be felt today in the names of landmarks and cities, not to mention traditions throughout our state. They laid the foundation for a legacy of strength, resilience, and innovation that has carried on for generations. In the late 1800s, the Cuban cigar industry was a large driver of Jacksonville's local economy. It was a thriving industry because of the railroads and our location on the river, two traits that remain our strengths today. Jose Alejandro Howe was a prominent Cuban businessman who owned El Modelo, one of the largest of the 15 cigar factories here at the time. In 1881, he made history as our city's very first Hispanic council member. Fast forward to the mid-20th century when Manuel's Tap Room, which was mentioned earlier, was a popular venue in La Villa. It was actually right around the corner from my grandfather's restaurant, the Roosevelt Grill. Hispanic business leaders continue to make their mark in the decades ahead. Prominent business owners, including Jose Perez, Clark Vargas, George Rodriguez, and I was told I had to roll that R. And Jorge Hernandez came together in the 1990s to advocate for Hispanic representation in local economic development efforts. They formed the Hispanic American Business Association, which later became the First Coast Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. This organization has been crucial in promoting Hispanic entrepreneurship and preserving Hispanic culture in Jacksonville. Our city's modern Hispanic community has continued to build on that legacy. Families and individuals from Cuba, Puerto Rico, Mexico, Venezuela, Colombia, Panama, and so many other countries have chosen Jacksonville as their home. They bring with them unique perspectives, strong work ethics, and cultural traditions that make our city stronger and more vibrant. Among the many things that distinguish Hispanic culture is its love for entrepreneurship. Thank goodness, we love that. So it is not surprising to see that local Hispanic-owned businesses are flourishing and contributing to the economic growth of our city, and we thank you so much for that. The many Hispanic family-owned restaurants and markets have now become ingrained into the fabric of our neighborhoods, and these businesses do more than provide goods and services. They offer a taste of home for many while introducing the flavors and cultures to others. We can also be proud of the countless Hispanic professionals in Jacksonville who are excelling in other fields. Whether it is dedicated teachers in our schools, the innovative engineers building up downtown, or the healthcare workers on the front lines, their contributions make our city better, healthier, and a more dynamic place to live. I'd be remiss if I did not highlight the incredible leaders within our Hispanic community who are driving change and progress in Jacksonville, including City Council members Raul Arias, who you heard from earlier, and Ken Amaro, who unfortunately could not be with us tonight. They have championed initiatives that support our underrepresented communities, and we are grateful. I also want to acknowledge the work of the various Hispanic chambers of commerce, which support the growth of Hispanic businesses and empower the next generation of Hispanic leaders. They are working with our Jacksonville Small and Emerging Business Program under Gregory Grant to provide more pathways for Hispanic businesses to grow in our city. We recently held a session for Hispanic small businesses, and more than 70 business owners showed up. The rate of Hispanic business owners is double. It is double that of any other community in our city. That's impressive. That's impressive. So they will be an important part of Jacksonville's future as the small business capital of the Southeast. It is through these partnerships that Jacksonville will become a place where every individual, regardless of background, can find opportunity and belonging. As we look toward the future, I am filled with hope and optimism. Jacksonville's Hispanic community is growing rapidly, and with it, our opportunities to learn from one another and to build a city that reflects the diversity and the dynamism of its people. When we come together, we can achieve great things. I want to assure you that as mayor, I am committed to making sure our city remains a place where all voices are heard, where the contributions of every community are valued, and where we can continue to celebrate the cultures that make Jacksonville so special. Let us use this Hispanic Heritage Month as a reminder of the strength that comes from diversity, and a call to action to continue building an inclusive Jacksonville where all people have the opportunity to thrive. Now let's continue to celebrate together. Muchas gracias. And now, I have the honor to present the Community Impact Award to someone whose work is as powerful as she is selfless. Sylvia Allman. Sylvia's life is a testament to unshakable faith and a fierce dedication to helping the most vulnerable. Born in Ecuador, her journey into mission work began with a calling to serve those suffering and oppressed. Sylvia is a dedicated missionary and advocate based right here in Jacksonville with over 27 years of experience in humanitarian efforts across Central and South America, Africa, the Caribbean, and Haiti. She leads In His Service Ministries, a nonprofit focused on various global outreach programs. Her mission work includes medical clinics, evangelism, and helping vulnerable women and children. Sylvia became deeply involved in combating human trafficking after learning about it during a mission trip to Peru back in 2005. She has since been an advocate for trafficking survivors globally, including in Florida. She works with organizations like Breaking Chains and Finding Freedom International, rescuing girls from brothels and providing ongoing support for survivors. Sylvia is also an ambassador for World Relief and the President's SOAP, Save Our Adolescents from Prostitution organization, working to educate the public on trafficking and particularly around large events. Her contributions have earned her several recognitions, including awards from the FBI and local law enforcement, making her a prominent figure in Jacksonville's fight against human trafficking. Her work is highly regarded both locally and nationally, underscoring her dedication to eradicating sex trafficking and supporting survivors in rebuilding their lives. Please join me in a big round of applause to recognize and celebrate Sylvia Allman, a true champion.
Good evening. Thank you so much for being here. It really is an honor, a humble honor to be here, to be able to be part of contributing to our city, to our state, everywhere that the Lord sent me, to be able to reach so many families when they have whatever they needed, to be able to go one day at a time, one family at a time, one girl at a time, and to be able to be available for whatever is needed. Thank you so much.
Well, before we continue, thank you so much, Sylvia, from the bottom of our hearts for sharing your story and for the incredible work that you do. Your bravery and dedication to saving lives, particularly those trapped in the horrors of sex trafficking, is nothing short from heroic. You are a voice for the voiceless, a light in the darkest corners, and your work has brought hope and healing to so many. On behalf of everyone here tonight, and the countless lives you've touched, we say thank you. We are beyond grateful for your relentless fight to protect the most valuable among us. You truly are a blessing to our community. And now we have a special award, and this award goes to our mayor, Donna Deegan. Our city, our culture, and our diversity. Thank you so much.
Bueno, ¿continuamos? ¿Cómo se la están pasando? ¿Cómo te la estás pasando, Maritza?
Yo me la estoy pasando muy bien. Ya se te quitaron los nervios.
No me pones nervioso.
Rafa, you don't get points for being nice. Okay, well, I think something that's gonna get us on the groove of everything is what we have coming up next. It is now time to enjoy a special part of our culture through the arts and dance, something that we all know, we all enjoy, and I think we've been sitting in our seats for a little too long too. Then we got the Wiggles here. Venezuela Marca is a group that not only brings our Venezuelan roots to new stages, but also connects us with the richness and passion of our traditions. Through their vibrant energy and beautiful performances, Venezuela Marca transports us to the very essence of our cultural heritage. Get ready to be captivated
estará. Prepárense todos porque viene este excelente grupo. Venezuela, marca, fuerte aplauso. Bueno, señoras y señores, podemos, la verdad que estamos muy contentos el día de hoy y bueno, pues seguimos con el programa. Ahora es un placer para mí presentar a una líder extraordinaria en el ámbito de la educación, a Ingrid Carias. Es la directora de ISO, Programa de Lenguaje Dual y Lenguas del Mundo en las escuelas públicas del Condado de Duval. En este rol ha sido incansable, defensora de los estudiantes de diversos orígenes lingüísticos y culturales, asegurando que el idioma sea un puente, no una barrera, para el éxito a través de su liderazgo y empoderando innumerables estudiantes y familias, dándoles herramientas y el apoyo necesario para sobresalir académicamente en la vida. Por favor, únanse a mí para darle la bienvenida al escenario a Ingrid Carias.
Well, it's my pleasure to introduce an extraordinary leader in the field of education. Ingrid Carias is the director of ESOL Dual Language Programs and World Languages at Duval County Public Schools. In this role, she has been a tireless advocate for students from diverse linguistic and cultural backgrounds, ensuring that language is a bridge, not a barrier to succeed. Through her leadership, she has empowered countless students and families, providing them with tools and support necessary to excel academically and in life. Please join me in welcoming Ingrid Carias to the stage.
Buenas noches. Creo que podemos hacer mejor. Buenas noches. ¿Dónde está mi gente de Puerto Rico? Venezuela. ¿Y dónde está mi gente de Honduras? ¿Qué pasó con Honduras? Buenas noches. Perfecto. Vamos a hacer algo. Al cuento de 3 van a gritar el nombre de su país. So, count of 3, you guys are going to actually shout out the name of your country. Okay? 1, 2 y 3. Excelente, Duval, perfecto. Cuba, excelente. Buenas noches a todos y bienvenidos. Tonight we celebrate the rich and diverse cultures, histories and contributions of Jacksonville Hispanic community. It is time to honor the past, recognize the present, and inspire the future. As part of celebration tonight, we have a special treat for you. Our talented students from Duval County Public Schools have poured their hearts and minds into researching successful and inspirational members to our community and writing essays highlighting the achievements of their subjects, as well as reflecting on the impact made on them. These essays are a testament to their pride in their cultural identity, along with hopes and dreams for their own successful future. Without further ado, let's give a big round of applause to our first student essay winner from West Riverside Dual Language Elementary School, Yesalit Beguilla Moran, who will share her essay titled Janita Yaya Cardona. Una líder para
Yanira Yaya Cardona es una mujer que ha ayudado mucho a la comunidad hispana en Jacksonville, Florida. Ella nació en Puerto Rico y se mudó a Jacksonville en 2004, cuando su papá fue trasladado a la estación naval de Mayport. Desde entonces ha trabajado muy duro para ayudar a los hispanos de la ciudad. Yaya comenzó Yaya Production, una empresa que organiza eventos como el Festival de la Herencia Hispana, la Vida la Fiesta. En esos eventos las personas pueden celebrar su cultura, comer comida típica y disfrutar de música y bailes. Estos festivales hacen que los hispanos se sientan orgullosos de su herencia y también ayudan a que otras personas conozcan más sobre la cultura hispana. Además de ser empresaria, Yaya fue nombrada la primera coordinadora de alcance hispano para la ciudad de Jacksonville. Esto significa que su trabajo es ayudar a que la comunidad hispana reciba los servicios que necesitan, como educación, salud y más. Su trabajo es muy importante porque ayuda a que los hispanos se sientan apoyados y escuchados en la ciudad. Lo que me inspira de Yaya es que ella nunca se rindió. Luego a Jacksonville cuando no había muchos hispanos, pero trabajó duro para cambiar eso y creó una comunidad más unida y fuerte. Ahora muchas personas hispanas en Jacksonville tienen la oportunidad de ser parte de la ciudad de una manera importante y eso es gracias a ella. Yaya es un ejemplo de que con trabajo duro y dedicación se puede lograr grandes cosas. Ella es un modelo a seguir para mí y para muchas otras personas.
Muchas gracias, Yesani, for such an inspirational essay on behalf of Yaya Cardona. Now, we will hear our middle school winner from West UKA, Fabián Fernández, who will share his essay titled La Voz de los Hispanos.
Buenas.
Fabián es de Venezuela,
Mi nombre es Fabián Fernández y sería un gusto compartirles mi lectura. La voz de los hispanos. Historia de agradecimiento y de servicio a la comunidad se esconden en un nombre. Patricia Huitrón, mujer líder, entregada y comprometida con su trabajo y por informar oportuna y rápidamente a la comunidad hispana a través de Notijax, un canal televisivo que cubre las noticias desde el sur de Georgia hasta el norte de Orlando, Florida. Su nombre completo es Ángela Patricia Huitrón Domínguez. Nació en Colombia hace 47 años, abogada y especialista en criminalística y ciencias forenses. Vivió en Costa Rica, donde fue conferencista, docente universitario y presentadora en un canal de noticias, conociendo así el mundo de la televisión. Se mudó a Estados Unidos en búsqueda de mejores oportunidades, siguiendo su carrera de presentadora de Univision. Pero tras el cierre del canal decidió emprender otros caminos. Fue así como comenzó su idea de embarcarse en su propio proyecto que se llamó inicialmente Tu Zona Neutral, un show de entretenimiento e información. Para 2 años después,
Can you tell that I love our students? Yes, I love my Lisa. By the way, he just came from Venezuela, so he does not speak English.
Sorry. Immigrants, we get the job done. These famous words from the Hamilton musical were told to me and a room full of people in 2019 when I had the honor of awarding Paola Paja Harris with the Woman of Distinction Award, courtesy of the Girl Scouts of Gateway County. These words echoed in my ears then and for years to come, as I grew under Paola's wing as her mentee. Now, I sit at her law firm at the same place I met her, 5 years later, writing an essay about her and her accomplishments as an intern, and I want nothing more than to shout from the mountaintops how exemplary this woman is. Paola came to the United States at just 45 days old on a boat from Cuba, escaping a communist regime with her mother and her grandmother. She grew up in Miami and attended university at the University of Florida under the impression that she wanted to be a pediatrician. However, while interning, one patient would change her life. She saw a disabled infant, orphaned by her parents at the hospital because they didn't want to deal with a special needs child. From that very moment, she knew she needed to devote her life to justice and to serve the underserved. Paola attended law school and in 1998 hit the ground running with her career. She's been trailblazing as an attorney ever since, changing the lives of many. In 2016, she opened her own fully bilingual law firm, Para Harris Law, to serve Americans and Latinos alike. That same year, she was voted preeminent for highest level of professional excellence by Martindale-Hubbell and has maintained it ever since. Additionally, she was recognized as the ultimate attorney in family law in 2019 by the Business Journal. 6th grade Anna looked up to Paola as a Latina of power and distinction. Now, 12th grade Anna only sees this tenfold. Paola has catalyzed my love for law, government, and my Venezuelan heritage through the opportunities and advice she's given me. As I near the end of my grade school career, I look up to powerful women like Paola for inspiration and empowerment as I enter university and the workforce to hopefully be an admirable lawyer just like her. ¿Algo más que les quiero decir? Hasta el final.
Bueno, tenemos un momento para reconocer el increíble talento de nuestros ganadores del concurso de ensayos. Es un honor para mí presentar a este señor, al señor Víctor Cora, pionero para la comunidad hispana de Jacksonville. Después de una distinguida carrera de 20 años en la Marina de los Estados Unidos, Víctor continuó sirviendo, creando oportunidades para todos los demás. Su trabajo en la Clínica Mayo ha ayudado a reducir las disparidades de la atención médica, en el liderazgo, en medios de comunicación en español, asegura información vital que llega a nuestra comunidad. Víctor también fundó la Fiesta Playera, uno de los primeros festivales hispanos en Jacksonville, celebrando nuestra cultura y la unidad. Unámonos nuestras manos para recibir al señor Víctor Cora y a Yanira Cardona, quien presentan los premios de Unidos Jacks.
Ahora en English. Brother, English-speaking friends, let's take a moment to recognize the incredible talents of our essay winners one more time. Thank you so much. That is the future of Jacksonville right here. You just saw it. It is my honor to introduce Victor Cora, a trailblazer for Jacksonville's Hispanic community. After a distinguished 20-year career in the U.S. Navy, Victor continued to serve by creating pathways for others. His work at Mayo Clinic has helped reduce healthcare disparities, while his leadership in Spanish language media ensures vital information reaches our community. Victor also founded Fiesta Playera, one of the first Hispanic festivals. Que comience la fiesta! One of the first Hispanic festivals in Jacksonville, celebrating culture and unity. His efforts have opened doors and created opportunities for countless of individuals. Please join me in welcoming Victor Cora y Yanina Cardona, who will present the Unidos Award.
Bueno, a mí me toca en español. Vamos a ver lo que pasa aquí. Los premios Unidos Jacks son una poderosa plataforma para celebrar y reconocer las contribuciones de todos los líderes hispanos dentro de la comunidad en Jacksonville. Estos premios destacan los esfuerzos de individuos y organizaciones que han tenido un impacto duradero en áreas como la educación. Estas contribuciones es esencial no solo para validar el arduo trabajo de estos líderes, sino también para inspirar las futuras generaciones, los líderes que han abierto el camino para otros desempeñar un papel fundamental en la construcción de una comunidad más inclusiva y solidaria. Son historias de resiliencia, de innovación y servicio que nos recuerdan el valor de la diversidad en el fortalecimiento.
The Unidos Jackson Awards serve as a powerful platform to celebrate and recognize contributions of Hispanic leaders within the Jacksonville community. These awards highlight the effort of individuals and organizations who have made a lasting impact on areas such as education, cultural, business, and community development. By honoring these leaders, the Unidos Jackson Award emphasizes the importance of representation, diversity, and the ongoing efforts of uplifting Hispanic voices in our region. Recognizing these contributions is essential, not only for validating the hard work of those leaders, but also for inspiring future generations. Leaders who have paved the way for others, playing a crucial role in shaping a more inclusive and supportive community. Their stories of resilience, innovation, and service reminds us of the value of diversity and strengthening the social and economic fabric. And now we're going to award our first recipient, Arlene Ortiz.
Arlene Ortiz es una destacada líder comunitaria en Jacksonville, Florida, conocida por su profunda participación en la preservación cultural y en el alcance comunitario. Es la CEO de Conexiones to the Nations LLC y fundadora de Exposición de la Historia, Arte y Cultura Puertorriqueña, una iniciativa dedicada a mostrar el patrimonio, la historia y el arte puertorriqueño. Arlene ha recibido números de premios, un montón de premios, por su contribución, no tanto en Jacksonville, pero también en Puerto Rico. Su trabajo abarca múltiples sectores, incluyendo la promoción cultural, el desarrollo comunitario y la educación. Como esposa y madre de un veterano militar, ha sido fundamental en el fortalecimiento de los lazos entre la comunidad puertorriqueña y hispanos de Jacksonville. Arlene también ha desempeñado un papel clave en la Asociación de Ciudades Hermanas de Jacksonville, donde como vicepresidenta del capítulo de San Juan, Puerto Rico, promoviendo intercambios culturales y asociaciones entre las dos ciudades. Además de su labor cultural, Arlene ha contribuido varios proyectos comunitarios, incluyendo la organización del Jazz Community Fair, la colaboración con Mayo Clinic en la iniciativa de divulgación de salud. Su dedicación a la preservación de cultura hispana y la promoción de la unidad comunitaria sigue teniendo un impacto significativo en Jacksonville.
Arlene Ortiz is a prominent community leader in Jacksonville, known for her deep involvement in cultural preservation and community outreach. She is the CEO of Connections of the Nations LLC and the founder of Exposición de Historia, Arte y Cultura Puertorriqueña, an initiative dedicated to showcasing Puerto Rican heritage, history, and art. Arlene has received numerous awards for her contribution both in Jacksonville and Puerto Rico. Her work spans multiple sectors, including cultural advocacy, community development, and education. A military veteran's wife and mother, she has been instrumental in fostering connections between Puerto Rico and Hispanic communities in Jacksonville. Arlene has also played a key role for Jacksonville Sister Cities Association, where she serves as a vice president for San Juan, Puerto Rico chapter, promoting cultural exchange and partnership between two cities. In addition to her cultural work, Arlene has contributed to various community projects, including organizing the Jacks Community Fair and collaborating with Mayo Clinic on health outreach initiatives. Her dedication to preserving Hispanic culture and fostering community unity continues to make significant impact. Everyone, please give a round of applause to Arlene Ortiz.
Y esto se pone bueno. El próximo es para el negocio pequeño, el Small Business Award, y este premio es para mi amigo y sobrino, el señor Tomás Jiménez Jr. Tomás Jiménez Jr. es el fundador de Jiménez Law Firm PA, con sede aquí en la ciudad de Jacksonville. Su firma especializa en el desarrollo inmobiliario comercial, residencial, reclamos de seguro de propiedad y casos de lesiones personales. Establecido una reputación de profesionalismo y dedicación al servicio al cliente. Tomás tiene títulos de buenas raíces y gestiones empresarial de la Universidad Estatal de la Florida y obtuvo su título de abogado de la Universidad AIM de la Florida, donde se graduó temprano debido a su excelencia académica. Tomás también está profundamente involucrado en la comunidad de Jacksonville, formando parte de la Junta de la Liga Urbana de Jacksonville como miembro del Rotary Club del Sur de Jacksonville. Su compromiso con la comunidad hispana incluye la organización de eventos como los foros de candidatos para aumentar la conciencia política y la cultura a jóvenes a través de sus deportes. Sus esfuerzos continúan elevando e empoderando a los residentes de toda la ciudad.
Tomás Jiménez Jr. is the founder of Jiménez Law Firm PA, based in Jacksonville, Florida. His firm specializes in commercial and residential real estate law, property insurance claim, and personal injury cases, establishing a reputation for professionalism and dedication to client service. Tomás holds a degree in real estate and business management from Florida State University and and earned his law degree from Florida A&M University, where he graduated early due to his academic excellence. Tomas is also deeply involved in the Jacksonville community, serving on the Jacksonville Urban League Board and as a member of the Rotary Club of South Jacksonville. His commitment to the Jacksonville community includes organized events like the candidate forums to enhance political awareness and mentoring youth through sports. His efforts continue to uplift and empower residents across the city. Please round of applause for Tomas. And next, our Youth Community Award winner, Lisandra Morales.
Lisandra Morales es una joven activista afro-puertorriqueña y líder estudiantil en la Universidad del Norte de la Florida, UNF. Ha estado profundamente involucrada en la organización de base y en iniciativa empoderamiento juvenil en Jacksonville. Conocida por su defensa y liderazgo, Lisandra se enfoca en temas de justicia social, especialmente al empoderamiento de las comunidades marginadas. Su activismo se centra en crear oportunidades para los jóvenes y fundamentar cambios inclusivos por la comunidad. A través de su trabajo amplifica las voces de los jóvenes afro-puertorriqueños e hispanos, inspirando a otros a tomar acción y asumir roles de liderazgo dentro de sus comunidades.
Lisandra Morales is a young Afro-Puerto Rican activist and a student leader at the University of Florida. She has been deeply involved in grassroots organization, youth empowerment, and initiatives in Jacksonville. Known for her advocacy and leadership, Lisandra focuses on issues of social justice, particularly in empowering marginalized communities. Her activism centers around creating opportunities for young people and fostering community-driven change. Through her work, she amplifies the voices of Afro-Puerto Rican and Hispanic youth, inspiring others to take action and pursue leadership roles within their community. Please, let's give a round of applause for Lisandra Morales. Y el último premio, our last award to the Educator Leadership Award, Jasmine Esparza Gomez, Principal of San Jose Elementary School.
Jasmine Esparza Gómez es la directora de la Escuela Primaria de San Jose, una escuela de doble lenguaje en Jacksonville. Bajo su liderazgo, la Escuela de San José se ha convertido en un centro de educación bilingüe, ofreciendo a los estudiantes la oportunidad de desarrollo en fluidez tanto en inglés como en español. Jasmine está comprometida a crear un entorno inclusivo que promueve al éxito académico, al mismo tiempo que se fomenta el orgullo cultural y la diversidad lingüística. Su dedicación al logro estudiantil y a la educación educativa le ha convertido en una líder representando dentro de la comunidad, especialmente por su labor en el empoderamiento estudiantiles y de familias hispanas a través de la educación bilingüe. Muchas felicidades.
Jasmine Esparza Gomez is the principal of San Jose Elementary School, a dual language school in Jacksonville, Florida. Under her leadership, San Jose Elementary has become become a hub for bilingual education, offering students the opportunity to develop proficiency, you see, put down phonics didn't work for me, in both English and Spanish. Jasmine is dedicated to creating an inclusive environment that promotes academic success while fostering cultural pride and linguistic diversity. Her commitment to student achievement and equitable education has made her a respected leader with the community, particularly for her work in empowering Hispanic students and families through bilingual education. Please help me in welcoming and giving a round of applause to Jasmine Espaiza Gomez. One last round of applause for all of our Unidos Jax winners. Alright, and now to break it up and add a little bit fun, where is my Puerto Rican Bomba y Plena band? ¿Dónde está mi grupo de Bomba y Plena de Puerto Rico? Alright, while they're getting ready, we just want to thank all of our amazing winners. Thank you guys. Gracias a todos nuestros ganadores esta noche. Thank you, Victor Cora, for everything you do. Thank you for representing Mayo Clinic. And thank you, Mayo Clinic, for being our main sponsor tonight. Bueno, mi gente, this is the end of the ladies' night, but before we wrap up, we do have one last performance from Venezuela Marca. So if my girls from Venezuela Marca can start getting ready, and this time we do have the music. So please, one last round of applause. But before we start, again, thank you so much to our committee. Thank you to all of our food sponsors, to Chancho King, Agave Azul, Land Creations, to Casa Mexican Restaurant. Thank you to Casa Lu for the donation, to Lighthouse Grill for the donation, alcohol donation, and thank you all for coming out. Thank you, DJ Little Yankee. Thank you for all of our models tonight, Sally Fit, to our amazing host, Maritza and Rafa. Right now we're going to enjoy one last dance from Venezuela.